Hello everybody, Manithral here, and welcome back to the weekly update video for OSRS. This week we have Wild Guthix Sleep, which is dropping, but there's also some feedback updates that took place as of Thursday, July 11th. There is more stuff that is coming, so don't fret if some of the hotfixes that you wanted to see take place. There was a actual postponing today too as well. For the Q&A for Wild Guthix Sleeps. This is to make sure that they take into account all the questions that are necessary and get all the proper answers that we so desire to actually hear from them. But also the loot tables will be changing a little bit as time goes on. They want to make sure that they take close special attention to this one and fix it as they need to make sure it's as balanced as possible. And they plan to look into this a little bit more in future instances with not only future quests, but, you know, future mobs, slayer monsters, etc., etc. So there was some hotfixes that did take place and change today. So they'll be doing some balance on the quest combat difficulty compared to the Grandmaster quest. Effectively, they want to make sure that Wild Guthix Sleep stacks up sensibly against other quests like Dragon Slayer 2 or Monkey Madness 2. So after seeing the feedback, they said it might be a little too easy at the moment. So if they do make changes, they likely won't go overboard, but there is just enough to improve the challenge a little so it stands better against the test of time. But also allow players to use temporary boost for the crafting requirements of the unique items. Next week, they're planning on having these changes come to, which is renaming Bone Claws to Burning Claws, adding a teleport item to quickly take you to Guthixian Temple. This will likely be a drop from the Tormented Demons. The aim here is to cut down on the time required running back either between trips or to collect loot from your gravestones. But this should prove an additional nice reward, since the added benefit is an increase in your kills per hours by significantly reducing your time between trips. Adding a UI icon when inside the Guthixian Temple that shows you how many demons you can tackle at once. This should address some of the confusion that many people are facing, where you are getting attacked by more demons than you intended, or haven't been able to find the right areas to tackle your combat achievements. Beyond next week, they want to get to the simple fixes first, which is what they're saying here, which is to allow all players to store the Barove inside the player-owned house. They're not going to make this adorable little critter fully fledged pet yet, but you'll be able to keep your own very own Barove at home, so make sure to check in on him from time to time, or he'll track you down. Although allow players to use temporary boost for the crafting requirements of unique items. Allow players to use runes for the rune pouch for Lucian's teleorb. Spoiler, he got a teleorb, whatever that means. And allow players to store a dark squall robes and elite black armor in the player-owned house costume room. So of course, Fashionscape, always got to have that going on. Allow players to use the Ember Light for the Treasure Trail step, requiring the Arc Light in the Catacombs of Corinth. While it's important to be clear, here's some other things here too. It says we are not able to hard commit to these next few points, but they do think it's equally important to give some look at the conversations beyond the loot tables, and they'll be having that in the near future. So first is the talking through feedback on the Lucian's new look and animations. This one has been hotly debated, following a handful of the suggestions of his new look could stand to be a little bit more fearsome. Talking through the feedback in the Lodi Gnonox model, if you are not sure who this NPC is, then they'll keep their mouth shut for now. Needless to say, but they are going to be taking a look. Review changes that they can make with the fight to the Dark Squall, whose actual name they're not using for spoiler purposes, to improve its accessibility to colorblind people. Well, players. Considering restoring some of the missing text from Mavario's notes about the Dragonkin and Tormented Demons, so long as it lines up with their plans or Old School's narratives. Similarly, reviewing the dialogue was removed from the original version of the quest and reinstating or adjusting where needed. And just like the above point, these inclusions need to line up with the plans for the likes of the Majorette, Stone and Jazz, the Dragonkin, so they need to review carefully to strike up the right balance between more of the dialogue that we are expecting and having it make sense for Old School. On this one particular, they have some ideas about bits of dialogue we'd be restoring. Then they'd love to hear from us and get our opinions back to them. So there is a full list here of feedback and hotfix table. So if you have not played and seen any of this yet, the problem raised first and then the responses. The Perilous Moons bosses have been stuck as invisible. This has not been hotfixed. They're visible once again. Sapphire bolts are hitting for double the damage during Musa prayer phase. They fixed this bug, so Sapphire bolts now hit for their correct damage. There is an error with the burn damage effect from the Tormented Demons and Demonic Gorillas. Hotfix has been deployed to solve. The Chaos Altar was showing singles rather than multi-way. They have deployed a hotfix. Bug with the courtroom during the King's Ransom quest was causing players to be unable to speak to the witness or log out. They have solved this. There is a bug where the Eclipse Moon boss is causing her to get stuck at 1 HP and become unhittable. This too has been fixed. Oh my goodness, I lost my play. There we go. It's been reported that some Black Knights have been getting stuck inside walls. Fixed. Players are incorrectly able to safe spot Tormented Demons. Fixed. There is an issue where Bone Claws aren't protecting as expected. This issue is unable to be hotfixed, so there is going to be a cold fix as soon as able. They've identified a bug where the light creature is unable to path the character. Players will get stuck. They're investigating that issue. There's a bug causing the Tormented Demons to swap aggro to other players. Fixed. Players have reported losing their elite black armor collected from the wardrobe upon logging in. They have a hotfix out. You will see a warning when you're about to drop these items. If you already have, you should find it easier to farm the Black Knights now. The Dark Squall has been found to deal the incorrect damage. Fixed. The Scorching Bow stats are showing the incorrect range strength. Fixed. There is a bug within the Desert Treasure 2 Worshipper puzzle. Fixed. There was an issue with the Death Charge spell would not restore special attack upon killing a Tormented Demon. Fixed. Players were able to out certain explosives that they won't name for spoiler reasons if they had alchemy warnings on and for untradeable items. Fixed. There's an issue with the Master Clue Scroll step in that the Arclight was not functional when using Emberlight. Again, fixed. So they were really on the ball with all those. Now there is the changelog for July 10th, obviously. There is the Wild Guthix Sleep, so the quest is here. So if you haven't started it, big news, it's here. They added the Tormented Demons to the game, unlocked after the quest is completed. So if you're not sure about that, you have to complete the quest first. Tormented Demons have a chance to drop 2 unique items, Tormented Synapse and Bone Claws. The Tormented Synapse can be used to craft 3 new Demon Bane weapons, the Emberlight, the Scorching Bow, and the Purging Staff. Other changes: removed learn keys from the Zombie Pirates loot table and slightly increased their average quantity of cannonballs. Learn keys can still be obtained while on a zombie or pirate slayer task. Fixed a bug where Nexus minions could take burn damage whilst invulnerable. When you put sandstone in the desert grinder, your progress is now output via a game message rather than having Drew pop up from the dialog box every time to time. He'll still call out a warning to you if the grinder is full. Added audio feedback to some buttons on the Grand Exchange offer menu. An agility shortcut is no longer listed twice in the skill guide. You can now collect the herb lore supplies from the Perilous Moons dungeon faster. And PvP Rota is moved to period A, so 539 US PvP, 318 UK Bounty Hunter World, 548 Germany High Risk PvP, 577 US Free to Play PvP, 559 UK LMS Competitive, and Worlds 390 AUS LMS Competitive and 569 AUS for Bounty Hunter have been activated with this Rota. PvP Arena is using the Zerker loadout and rank goals for the tournaments of this week. Now, the main thing is the quest that did come out this week, obviously, is While Guthix Sleeps. So if you are a little bit curious, there is some requirements to this as well that was not listed up above. So the quest requirements are the Defender of Varrock, the Path of Glawfrey, Fight Arena, Dream Mentor, the Hand in the Sand, Wanted, Temple of the Eye, Tears of Guthix, Nature Spirit, and A Tale of Two Cats. The skill requirements consist of 72 Thieving, 67 Magic, 66 Agility, 65 Farming, 65 Herb Lore, 62 Hunter, and ability to enter the Warriors Guild. Quest rewards, kind of plug your ears for a couple seconds here if you don't want to hear this. 5 quest points, 80k Thieving XP, 75k Farming XP, 75k Herb Lore XP, and 50k Hunter XP. Access to the ancient Guthixian temple and the tormented demons. So that is all the main stuff here, and as you can see here is also the weapons. The Emberlight takes 77 attack, and its main priority is slash of 70, and the melee strength is 13, attack rate is 4. Purging Staff, the special attack lowers the opponent's strength attack and defense levels by 5% of their base level plus 1. The effect increases to 15% against demons. Special effect is Demon Bane, 70% increased accuracy and damage against demons. The Purging Staff is obviously for magic, although it does have a nice crush benefit of 83 crush and 37 magic, and a little bit of magic defense, but other bonuses consist of 62 melee strength, magic damage is 10%, attack rate 5, range is 10. Special attack is when a demon is killed by this attack, restore 25% special attack energy, and reduce the attack delay by 3 on this weapon's next attack. Special effect doubles Demon Bane bonuses of Demon Bane spells. Then we got the Scorching Bow, which is 77 range and now 75 magic. 77 range, and then it has a 124 range attack. Other bonuses consist of a 40 range strength, attack rate of 5 with a parentheses of 4, range of 10. So special attack binds the enemy for 5 ticks and inflicts burn for that duration. Time increases to 20 ticks against demons. Special effect, Demon Bane, 30% increased accuracy and damage against demons. And then we have the Bone Claws, which I'm got a feeling these are going to be upgradable eventually as well, which have a 54 slash attack, which is also 60 attack. Other bonuses consist of 32 melee strength, attack rate of 4. The special attack consists of dealing up to 175% damage over 3 hit splats. Each roll of accuracy has an increased chance to inflict burn. Also, there's 2 asterisks here. Damage is rolled similarly to the Dragon Claws. Burn is rolled for each hit splat. The chance to inflict burn scales dependent on the successful accuracy roll, 15%, 30%, and 45% respectively. So that is what is going on this week. So do check that out. If you haven't checked it out, go and check that out. Otherwise, we got all other kinds of cool stuff here. Especially here's a video from, let me see here, Games Done Quick. This is by Old School RuneScape, by a cold one. So do check that out. Then there's also the cookbook cookout. As you can see here, some tasty looking recipes that were made. And that is actually it for this week. I do apologize, guys, for this video being a little bit late. compared to usual on the day, but I have been sick most of this week, so I do apologize for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, later guys.